Yo, did you hear about that new pirate movie that's coming out? I kind of want to see it, but I heard it's rated R. Welcome back to Oak and Age. My name is Alan, and today we're reviewing Pyrat Rum, more specifically the XO Reserve variation of Pyrat Rum. Now, if you are a fan of the show, or perhaps you know me in real life, you know that I'm a whiskey guy. I talk about whiskey ad nauseum, which is why we started this channel in the first place. So you might be wondering, Alan, why are you gonna do a rum review? I'm glad you asked. It's because I have a bottle of rum, and that seems like a really good reason. And this rum was aged in oak casks, which makes it entirely on brand. Cue the intro. All right, Pyrat Rum. As I mentioned, this was a gift. Did I mention that? I was given this bottle as a gift by my lovely girlfriend, and I'm really looking forward to drinking it. But before I do that, let's just talk about what this bottle is all about. Well, it's a product of Guyana, and similar to the Port Escag bottle I reviewed a little while back, this company does not actually own a distillery specifically. So the Pyrat Rum product is actually the result of blending a variety of different Caribbean rums together. I believe there are 9 different kinds of Caribbean rums that go into the XO Reserve. The largest stock of that is a 2-year-old rum from the Demerara Distilling Company. And there is also apparently some 15-year-old rum that has been blended into these bottles as well. And I think that's pretty cool. All of those rums are blended together in a combination of different casks. The French Limousine oak casks, I think I'm saying that right, Limousine, whatever. And there are also American ex-bourbon casks that are in use. And so all of those lovely products get aged and blended and put into this bottle. And speaking of this bottle, we need to talk about it. It is really cool looking. It's kind of old school. There's a lot of bubbles inside the glass. I guess everything's kind of handmade over at Pyrat Rum. And one thing that I thought was particularly interesting was this little medallion on here. It's got a little Buddha looking guy, but actually when you flip it over, on the back it says it is Hoti, who is the Zen patron saint and protector of fortune tellers and bartenders. So I guess he was canonized. Hey, do you know who else was canonized? Lots of pirates, probably.
Oh, dude, shut up.
Canons.
That was so lame.
It's a Catholic joke. Shut up, it's clever. It's clever. All right, if you're one of the 3 people that thought that was funny, you're welcome. No, that was bad. Pyrat Rum is owned by the Patron Spirits Company, and you are probably well aware of Patron Spirits because they make Patron. Go figure. This company was founded all the way back in 1997, though Patron didn't come on as owners until afterwards, and I'm not sure when exactly that would have taken place. Now, I mentioned that there is some 15-year-old stock in here, but the bulk of this rum is 2-year-old product. I just want to really reiterate on a subject that I talked about in my Whiskey Snobs video a few weeks back, and that is that age is not always an indication of quality. Age has more to do with rarity. So remember, rum being produced in a warmer climate, year over year, they're going to experience a lot more angel share loss. That is what they call the evaporation, as the spirit kind of ages inside of the oak barrels, and over time, because of heat, it kind of just evaporates. Those alcohol vapors disappear through the grains in the wood and through the cracks in the barrels that are, for all intents and purposes, airtight, but yet not. That is not to say this won't be a terrific sipping rum, but one more thing I want to touch on is apparently, when I was doing some research onto this product, I learned that there is some controversy within the rum community about this stuff because apparently it is flavored, which immediately kind of concerns me a little bit because I'm something of a purist and I don't know how I feel about flavored anything. The company will not confirm or deny that, and that has led to some wild speculation amongst people much more knowledgeable about rum than me as to whether or not it was artificially flavored. I don't know, and that's not really my concern. What is my concern is whether or not I'm going to like it. So with that out of the way, I'm gonna crack this bottle open and we'll explore. All right, so right away, it's losing points for me because bits of the cork have broken off into my glass here. And also, even though the decanter bottle is cool to look at, it is a pain in the ass to pour. I feel like I'm constantly at risk of overpouring or I'm gonna drop the damn thing. So Pyrat Rum, get your shit together, man. I don't know, I don't wanna be drinking cork bits. That's a bit of a downer for me. But let's see what it smells like. On the nose. It smells nice. It smells like a rum, which I guess is a good sign, because that's what it is. Definitely some molasses notes there. Orange zest, orange peel. You know when you peel into an orange and the oils kind of splash up at you, and they're like the orange skin? That's kind of what I'm getting. Oh, you know what it is? It's Terry's chocolate orange. That's totally the note I'm getting out of this. Those oranges that you smash on a table to break apart into little chunks, that is like the definitive smell I'm getting out of here. It's like if someone dipped Terry's chocolate orange into some molasses, that's what this smells like. Not bad though, not bad. Yeah, it doesn't smell overwhelmingly like a rum the way that I'm used to rum smelling. Yeah, just a pleasant nose all around. Nice colors inside, except for the whole, you know, floating bits of cork that I'm a little bummed out about, but they say what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, so I'm gonna go ahead and drink it and assume that I won't die. Okay, that's kind of interesting. Whereas with a lot of rums that I've tasted, the minute you start to drink it, you're like, yeah, this is a rum. With this, it's fairly evident that it's a rum, but it does taste a lot different than, you know, something like an El Dorado. Like I've got an El Dorado rum here, and it's way different than this stuff. It's good, but okay. Yeah, I'm getting a lot of orange zest. I'm getting a little bit of molasses, but it's not an overwhelming rum flavor like I'm used to. So I can kind of understand why people who like Scotch may be more inclined to sip on this just because it doesn't taste like a conventional rum would. But that being said, I can also understand why people who are more entrenched in the world of rum would be hesitant to enjoy this bottle. Like, a lot of reviews were all over the place. People loved it, people hated it. When I was researching it, it looked fairly polarizing. I've been drinking a lot, trying to pick up on other notes, but what I'm getting is like a slight sweetness. It's not overwhelmingly sweet. It's not like a molassesy, brown, sugary, sweet note that you'd find as a dominant flavor across other rums. But I mean, it's there, but it's buried under a layer of what I can really only describe as orange zest. I'm not getting a lot of those wooden tannic notes that barrel tastes that I think I would have expected a little more. It's sweet, but it's not too sweet. I'm not getting the standard brown sugar molasses kind of vibe. It is actually fairly overwhelmingly orange zest. On the finish, as I exhale, that's where those rum-centric notes kind of really come to the forefront. But immediately on the palate, not a whole lot to be found there. It's a lot of orange. I would say, in general, this rum is quite mild. And this might actually be a really good intro to rum for people who have never had it before. It's also not very strong either. I think it's 40% ABV, 80 proof, so it's not gonna burn you or sting the way like a higher proof, like a cask strength rum would. It is actually fairly palatable. Sipping it neat here, I don't know. I mean, part of me wants to add a little bit of water to it just to see what happens, but part of me is like, it's already so proofed down that I wonder. Maybe I'll try that off camera, but yeah, it's not too bad. Unfortunately, it also doesn't really cost an arm and a leg.
That might literally be the dumbest thing I've ever heard you say.
They keep making fun of me every time I try and tell a pirate joke, and it's kind of hurting my feelings a little bit. I'll pour myself a little more. Have you ever heard a good pirate joke, dude? Neither have I. I've been talking a lot. I've been drinking a little, and it's probably time to put this against our scorecard. So we score against 3 things. Would we recommend it? Would we buy it again? And was it good value? All right, so would we recommend? I'm gonna give this a 3 out of 5. I don't know that I'd recommend it to someone who considers themselves a rum aficionado, but for someone who just is looking for a casual rum to sip on, it's not bad, and I think this rum would particularly fare well inside of a cocktail. So yeah, 3 out of 5. Would I buy it again? This was a gift to me, and I'm just starting to explore this brave new world of rums, so I probably wouldn't buy this again, but I wouldn't be upset if it found its way on my shelf again as a gift, so I'm gonna give that a 2 out of 5. And lastly, bang for the buck. I think it comes in at around $50 Canadian or under, at least in my neck of the woods. So it's not tremendously expensive, but there are probably cheaper bottles you can buy. Again, I'm not super accustomed to the world of rum, so take everything I'm saying with a grain of salt. I'm gonna have to score that one a 3 out of 5, which brings us to 8 out of 15. Not bad, but I wouldn't say your collection is necessarily missing out if you don't have this bottle. It is perfectly nice to sip on, and as I mentioned before, I think it would do really well in cocktails, particularly a cocktail that requires some citrus. I'm thinking a rum old-fashioned with this as the base would actually be a pretty tremendous cocktail indeed. So yeah, I think this is a perfectly enjoyable sipping rum. Nothing crazy, didn't blow my mind, but it's good, it's nice, and I'm going to make cocktails with it. You should too. And actually, on the subject of cocktails, it's something we've been talking about here on the channel for a little while, exploring the idea of creating some cocktail-related content. So if that is something that appeals to you, stay tuned, and you know, maybe hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, because we'll be coming in hot with some really great ideas on how to make cocktails at home, maybe even like keto-friendly cocktails, if that's something you're into. Here at Oak and Age, we like to be open-minded. And if your name is Ryan Reynolds, we're extra open-minded. I don't know where I'm going with that. But, you know, venturing out of our comfort zone and trying some rum, worth a shot, right? We'll be back next week with some more whiskey content. And until then, don't drink and drive.
Doop, doop, doop. Dooby doop doop bop doop bop doop dooby doop doop bop doop bop doop dooby doop.
Thanks for watching Oak and Age. Please hit like and subscribe. Cause if you don't, I will hunt you down and I'll gouge out both of your eyes.